Hello, and welcome to our presentation, #Stressed at State, a San Diego State University public health project to reduce and manage stress among students, presented by Group 7.
In a 2015 National College Assessment done by the Anxiety and Depression Association of America, it was found that 85% of college students have reported they had felt overwhelmed by everything they had to do at some point within the last year. 30% of students reported that stress had negatively affected their academic performance. Stress can also have a lasting negative impact on the body if it's left unmanaged. This includes high blood pressure and an increased risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease, diabetes, and even lasting depression. Our goal is to help students and faculty better manage and cope with stress, to not only improve their academic performance, but to have better overall health outcomes.
In order to gain perspective in regards to underlying causes of student stress and the methods currently used to manage stress, we will conduct qualitative research in the form of focus groups and photo voice. These research methods will provide us with first-hand knowledge of what stresses students out at SDSU, as well as allow us to tailor our program to address these issues and to narrow our audience segmentation.
Okay, so for audience segmentation, we chose to have our primary target audience be SDSU students ages 17 to 25, because as you can see on the graph on the right, most of our students fall between that range. And then for secondary audience, we would have SDSU professors and ages of students 25 and older. And then after that, we would further segment into class levels, which would be like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, transfer students. And this is super important because each class level is linked to specific stressors within that class. So one handles things different than the other, and one has different things to think about. And then we would further segment into both men and women within those classes, because men and women receive things differently or think about things differently and may actually need different resources or stress relievers. And then as for examples go, we can look at the freshman versus the senior stressors, because freshman stressors are like homesickness, lack of independence, social life adjustments, whereas senior stressors are more about graduation, job searching, and pressure to finish on time. And so in the end, we would have something that would be like, we want to focus on SDSU female students in the freshman class ages 17 to 25.
In regards to personas, we have Chadlyn, a junior at SDSU, who has experienced stress all throughout her time at SDSU. During her freshman year, Chadlyn experienced difficulties adjusting to student life without her parents. During her sophomore year, she experienced difficulties with relationships and managing work and social life, as well as her schoolwork. In her junior year, Chadlyn is working on figuring out her career goals and is stressed out on what the future holds. Personality-wise, Chadlyn loves watching The Bachelor on Mondays, is obsessed with Disney, loves Kylie Cosmetics, loves looking at BuzzFeed, Faye is Queen, and she has an obsession over Ariana Grande. Thank you. And next we have Karen, her professor, who is trying to understand why students are so stressed out. Karen likes to post on Blackboard stress remedies for her students. She also is stressed out herself managing her work and social life. Currently, Karen loves to go on bike rides on the weekends, read books, and sometimes overindulges in caffeine. She also enjoys going on road trips with her husband and loves his sweaters. Other than that, she loves her Wine Wednesdays and posting pictures of her dog on Instagram and her scarf obsession.
Using McGuire's inputs, we can clarify discrete characteristics of our messaging campaign. Our intended receivers are female SDSU undergraduate students aged 17 to 25. Our messages will promote stress management techniques that can be easily integrated into a busy life. And the channels for this campaign will be the social media platform Instagram, as this is a popular social media outlet among our target population, the Blackboard platform due to its reach and use among SDSU students, as well as the use of paper flyers to promote our messages around the campus. To refine our messaging, we took into account the stages of change that our target audience will likely be in when they interact with our messages. We want to raise awareness and to get our target audience to start thinking about how to manage their stress. We tailored our messages to people in the pre-contemplation and contemplation stages to appeal to low levels of elaboration by not going into too much detail on stress management techniques, but instead just giving helpful tips on how to manage stress. For those of the target audience in the contemplation stage, we have messaging that is more detailed, as is the case with our flyer. Our first message is to reclaim your best self. Inhale, exhale, repeat. We tailored this message to people in the pre-contemplation stage. As such, we oriented this message to appeal to the peripheral route of persuasion by providing clear, bright images and an easy 3-word tip. This message is gained framed, inviting the target audience to reclaim their best selves when they're feeling stressed out. With this message, we are activating our target audience by motivating and persuading them to act on the directions to inhale, exhale, repeat. The channels for this message will be Instagram and Blackboard, because Instagram is a popular social media outlet among our target population, and the Blackboard platform reaches the majority of SDSU students.
Our next message is our Get Up and Move campaign. This campaign promotes physical activity as a stress reliever. It is a game-frame message stating that you will have a stress-free life through daily physical activity. We are targeting the pre-contemplation stage of the TTM and the peripheral route of the ELM. Our channels are Instagram and Blackboard.
For our 2 channels, we're going to use Instagram and Blackboard. For Instagram, it will be a resource that many students in our age demographic are already using, so we'll be able to reach a broad audience. We'll also be able to post humorous posts on there and have resources available to them. For Blackboard, it will be for both our primary and secondary audience, so we can reach both students and faculty. We'll be able to tailor our messages more efficiently by using Blackboard, and we can create messages by the students delivered by the school and make it a trusted source amongst our age demographic.
Our goals are to increase student participation in our program and to significantly reduce the stress of the students and faculty at SDSU by giving them the tools necessary to manage stress. To measure the success of our #StressedAtState Instagram program, we will use formative evaluation in the form of pre- and post-evaluation surveys to measure participation among students and faculty in our #StressedAtState Instagram account. In addition, we will deploy a series of pre- and post-evaluation surveys via Blackboard and Instagram to measure stress levels among our target population and how effectively our program has reduced these stress levels. Thank you for listening, and please join us in our efforts to reduce stress